Urban wildlife concerns.
They were grabbing all this area.
Moose foraging for food capture the attention of a Southwest community. Plus a seasonal emergency plan.
The city's goal is to protect all communities from another flood.
It's prime time for high water worries, how emergency preparedness has changed since 2013. And he was a comedic icon.
Takes a firm hold of a hypodermic needle. Right.
Remembering the legacy of laughs from Tim Conway.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Tara Nelson.
Springtime in Calgary can mean some close encounters with wildlife right inside city limits. This female moose and her calf were spotted hanging around Signal Hill today. Hello and thank you for joining us. It doesn't get much more Canadian than that. Residents in that Southwest Calgary neighborhood have been keeping a close eye on that moose and her baby. Jordan Canagan is tracking the pair. And Jordan, there are some concerns for the animals' well-being.
Yeah, Tara, of course, quite the sight for some of these people to wake up to this morning. Of course, moose are not anything new to the city of Calgary in general, but all the neighbors that we have been speaking to in these communities say it's certainly new to them. And now what they're doing is trying to keep their distance, just give the pair of moose their space so they don't try to push them towards some of the busier roads that are in this area. The cow and calf have been wandering around the Springbank and Signal Hill area for about a week or so. They particularly enjoy a marshy spot at the busy corner of 69th Street Southwest and 26th Avenue. The calf does appear as if it may have a minor leg injury. The pair have been sticking close to homes, even showing up at a backyard to eat trees this morning. We still have neighbors coming up to us, in fact, in the last 30 minutes or so, saying that they saw the moose eating shrubs and trees in their yards both last night and today. Fish and wildlife officers say they're monitoring the pair and will not intervene unless they become aggressive. One resident who took the video that you've been seeing says that he's seen them in the area before.
And then when I was coming back, these two was sitting by the pathway near one of the fence of one of the houses. Very quiet, no move, no eating, nothing. And I took some pictures because they were too big that be near them. I went back and I started to take some pictures from them. But I never thought that today they will be in my house. So, so that was a good surprise. Even I was worried about my trees, but you know what to do.
Now, we don't know at this point if any of the construction nearby is factoring into why some of these animals are starting to come into these communities. Now, as I mentioned, moose are not anything new in the city. In fact, just last June, we were dealing with moose that were pretty close to the airport, and there was some concern that they may interfere with some of the runways there at the airport, but those pair of moose eventually moved on. The city of Calgary says that you should not feed any of the moose or any other wildlife here in the city, and if you do have any problems with them, to call 311. Tara?
Okay, Jordan.